So I'm sure you've read the title already, so you already know what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So if you're interested, keep watching. So I'm sure you have watched several videos on YouTube about how YouTube have changed their lives, right? And so I'm jumping on the bandwagon and kinda not. So I am jumping on the bandwagon as far as how YouTube has changed my life, because it has. But when it comes to the subscribers and how much views and all that other stuff, that's not how YouTube have changed my life. So as you noticed in the title, I'm a 40-year-old woman, or 40 plus, and I'm a medical biller if you're just watching me, if this is your first video, and I am a content creator. So those are the ways that YouTube has changed my life, and we're going to talk about it today. So like I said, I am 45 currently. I was 42 when I started this YouTube channel, and that was on August 21st, I believe, of 2021. So that was about a year after the pandemic. You know, everybody was home, you know, bored, blah, blah, blah. But I woke up one morning and I was like, I want to start a YouTube channel. So I didn't really have a plan. It wasn't, you know, sketched out and that I wanted this amount of subscribers and this amount of views. It was just the fact that I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I wanted it to be about medical billing. Now, for the most part, it was about medical billing. That was my main thing. And at the beginning, I started to talk a little bit about planning because I was into that, and about lifestyle, which I don't think I ever really got into that. I did more hair stuff than lifestyle. But I quickly found out that medical billing was what I love talking about, that I can talk about so easily. And that's what I stuck to. Now, I also didn't think about my age or, you know, how much money I make. It was purely on passion and the love of medical billing. And I hope through my channel, I have showed you guys how much I love billing, how much I love talking about it, you know, doing it, teaching it, all the things. So we're going to break this up into 3 sections. The first is going to be age. The second is going to be a biller, my profession. And the third is going to be content creation. So the first section is age. Like I said, I didn't think about my age. I didn't think about the fact that I was over 40 at the time, and that maybe I don't have a space in the YouTube, you know, atmosphere or whatever. You know, a lot of times you see younger people doing YouTube videos, and I didn't really think about that. So the first way that YouTube changed my life is to help me to not compare myself to others. So although I had started out not thinking about my age, I quickly started to think about my age when I actually started to make videos, you know, started to let people know that I made videos, although that took a little while too. But I started to think about my age, and it kind of made me intimidated, you know. It's like, should you do YouTube? Should you continue this channel? You know, is anybody going to watch? Do you have peers your age? And I quickly found out that yes, I do. And thank you all who have supported this channel, because I have found out in my analytics, I noticed that I have a lot of viewers who are between the ages of, I think it's 35 and 44 or something like that. And I even have some viewers who are in their mid-20s, you know, to mid-30s. But there are a lot of different people. My point is, there are a lot of different people who watch YouTube, and it doesn't necessarily depend, it doesn't necessarily depend on your age. So I have stopped comparing myself. I am proud to say that I'm 45, and I will continue to do YouTube as long as I want to. Also under age came perfection. Now, I don't know if perfection is a older person thing or a younger person thing, which I don't think it is. But you would think that me being of this age, I wouldn't try so hard to be perfect, because I know being perfect is a fairy tale, is a myth, because nobody is perfect, right? But I remember doing videos, redoing videos, editing videos, and feeling like this is not perfect. I can't put this out. This is not perfect. And I had to catch myself and be like, you're not perfect. So this will never be perfect. You just need to put it out there, and whoever it is for will get it. Right? So if you're deciding that you want to do YouTube and you feel like, I don't have the perfect camera, I don't have the perfect setting, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, that's not perfect, then stop doing that. Because I started out recording on my Samsung 21, Galaxy 21. And for the longest, I think for probably 2 years, I was recording on my Galaxy. And then I upgraded to the OSMO Pocket, which is what I'm using now. But I just wanted to upgrade. I felt like I had reached certain milestones on this channel. And so I wanted to give myself a little gift, a reward, to show that I did something good. But I didn't have to. I could have continued using my Samsung 21 and be just fine. And then also, at the age that I am, or that I was when I started out, you would probably think that I would not be as afraid as I was, right? So the older you get, the more you might get confident, you might not, care what people say, all of those things. But I was afraid to be on camera. Being on camera and talking to the camera and then releasing that to the world can make you afraid, very afraid, wondering what people are going to say. Do they think I say the right words? Do they think I sound right? Do they think I look right? Like all the things, right? And so I had to learn that you just need to do it afraid, number one. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you will get doing it. So do it afraid. You're going to start off afraid. This is what most things, and this is what most things that mean anything to you. You will probably be afraid to do it, but don't let that fear stop you if it's really something that you want to do. Because there are some people on YouTube or some creators on YouTube who you feel do not have any fear, right? Like maybe they've been doing it for a long time, or maybe they have a lot of subscribers, and you look at them like they can't be afraid. They look confident, they sound confident, they have all of these followers or subscribers, and they must not be afraid. But for the most part, we all are afraid in some way, right? But it's the fact of doing it even when you are afraid. And then you'll tend to get a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more comfortable, and the fear will go away, or will get less. It might not go away completely, but it'll get less. The second way that YouTube changed my life is as a biller. So again, I am a certified medical biller. I've been in billing from 2006. So that's pretty much close to 20 years. And I didn't know the way that YouTube would change my life as a biller when I started it. Like I said, I love doing billing. I love talking about billing. It's a passion of mine. So that's why I said, well, let me start this YouTube channel. But I never knew that it would have the effects that it has on me. And the first way is that I am definitely a teacher at heart. Now that is surprising for me to say, because if you had ever asked me if I wanted to be a teacher, I would tell you, heck no. Okay? There is no way in this world that I will ever be a teacher. But watch, I'm a teacher right now. Because even though we're not in a formal class, I am teaching you. And I'll link a playlist above where I talk about the revenue cycle and go through the complete 10-step revenue cycle. And I'm basically like teaching you what each part of the revenue cycle is. In most of my videos, I kind of teach because that's the format that I like to use. I find that it's more structured, that I think you get more out of it. And I've just realized that I actually really, really, really love to teach. Now, I don't think I can just teach anything. It would definitely have to be medical billing. But either way, I have learned that I'm a teacher at heart. And don't forget, I also have remote one-on-one sessions where you can talk to me about things about billing, careers, schooling, if you want to start a medical billing business. And I have 45-minute sessions, and now I'm going to upgrade to 90-minute sessions. So if you want to do a 45-minute session or a 90-minute session, make sure you go to my website. I will link that on the screen, and it's in the description box below. Please remember that there are limited spaces each week. So if you want to get in on these remote one-on-ones, make sure you schedule it today. I think I have them out for like a month's time. So if you don't want to do it like this week coming or next week coming, you can schedule it out, I think, until like a month that I have it. So remember, they're limited, so get your spot today. The next way YouTube has changed my life as a biller is to show up the way I am. Show up as me, as the biller that I am. Not the biller that you expect me to be, not the biller that someone else is and I'm trying to be like them. Show up as the biller that I am. And what I mean is that we can get on here, and in a field like billing, I get a lot of different questions, right? So I get questions from different specialties, from different people, from, people who are coders, who are billers, who are all types of things. And sometimes they feel like you should know everything, right? They ask a question and it's like, do you know this? Do you know that? And at the beginning, I felt a little weird. Like, I felt like, am I really a biller? Like, this is after being a biller for 15 plus years, right? And I felt kind of like, I don't know the answer to this question, or I don't know this, or I don't know that. Like, oh my God, you kind of start getting that imposter syndrome, right? And I had to tell myself, show up as yourself, as you are. If you don't know the answer, you just don't know the answer. You won't always know all the answers. And that's what I also want to tell you. As a biller, billing is such a, I would say, complex in a way profession. And so everybody's experience with it or journey with it is not the same. But you need to show up as yourself, be confident in yourself and in what you know as a biller. And the next way as a biller that YouTube has helped me, it has helped me to slow down and to make sure that I articulate and explain in detail the medical billing profession. So for me, because I've been in it so long, sometimes I don't realize that people may not know this term or this acronym or, this definition that I say, and I just kind of skim over certain things. I'll just talk pretty fast because I know what it means, but it's not what you know, or you don't know what it means. So YouTube has helped me to slow down, to be more detailed and explain myself better so that you can understand just as much as I do. I might be a little bit further in my billing career than you are, and so I tend to skim over stuff, go faster than maybe you might need me to go. So again, if in any of these videos I am, just ask the questions below. I answer all of my comments. I really try to answer all of my comments. And I'll try my best to slow down next time or explain better next time. I also try to make sure that on my videos, I put, little pop-ups and, definitions and all those type of things. Because sometimes as I'm speaking to the camera, I forget to explain something. So I might try to explain it better as I'm editing the video and I see that I missed it. And the third way that YouTube has changed my life is as a creator. Now, I never thought I would say that I am a content creator, but I technically am a content creator. It is so weird and it is so funny, but in August, it's going to be 3 years since I've been on YouTube, and I have been creating content. I've had to come up with ideas, come up with videos, all of those things with the help of you guys. Let me not forget to mention that, because if it's not for you guys, I wouldn't be able to come up with all of these ideas. So make sure you keep the questions coming. But I had to come up with all of these things. So I have become a creator through YouTube. And there are some ways that YouTube has helped me. It has, number one, helped me to stay consistent. Now, I spoke about in another video, I'll link that somewhere above, but I spoke about in another video how I'm a Gemini, right? And Geminis, or at least me, let me speak for myself, I tend to be all over the place, right? I tend to have so many ideas, so many passions, so much things that I want to do. And so I'm like all over the place. And initially, when I started the channel, I think I did a couple of videos and then I kind of stopped. And then I started to do a couple of videos more and then I kind of stopped. But can say that I have been consistent for probably like the last year. Um, of course, there are maybe a week or two within that year's time that I haven't posted a video, but I have been so consistent and I'm so proud of myself. And I think I am consistent because I found a routine, number one, and because I want to show up for you guys. So I know that you are watching my videos. I know that you want me to make more videos, and I don't want to like let you down, right? So if I miss a week without doing a video, I really try my best not to. But if I do, then I try to just jump back on that horse and continue. And I have watched other creators who get overwhelmed and, they take long periods where they don't record. And I find that when I do that or when I have done that, then it's harder for me to get back on camera. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to stay consistent. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't be as consistent as I am. I think it also flowed over to other things in my life because I had to find a routine and figure out how I was going to get this YouTube thing done if I wanted to, grow and get more views and make videos. I had to find a system and a routine. So I think that spilled over to other things in my life, which also helped me as well. And as a creator, YouTube has helped me stick to my niche. And if you don't know what your niche is, it's like basically what your main topic is for your channel. And, you see some channels that have like just everything, a little bit of lifestyle, a little bit of travel, a little bit of this. And you don't necessarily have to have one niche. I've heard it on both sides. One side would say, well, you need to stick to one topic or one niche. And is it niche or niche? Whatever. You stick to one niche or you can have several. Like different people say different things. But for me, I decided to stick to one niche. And it is more of an overall theme. So billing. It helped me to figure out that billing is not just one thing. It's not just billing alone. I can talk about billing, and how it affects the front desk. I can talk about billing and starting your own medical billing business. I can talk about new medical billers. I can talk about the revenue cycle and billing within that revenue cycle. There are so many things that I can talk about when it comes to billing. So that's my main thing. But that doesn't mean I have to repeat everything that I say and do the same types of ideas and topics. I can branch out and still talk about billing. Like in this situation, I'm talking about how YouTube changed my life. And this is how YouTube changed my life in being a biller. That's one of the things and the ways that YouTube changed my life. So YouTube has definitely helped me stick to one topic. And one of the biggest things that I want to say that YouTube has done for me, and I think all of the other ones that I have listed is good, are great. And I really am happy for them. But this specific one really touched home for me because I am a person that has goals. I usually set goals. I do something and then I just go, right? So I'm just like, okay, so I want to do this. I want to buy a house. I want to start my own business. I want to buy a car. I want to do this. Like I'm a person who does that. But I barely stop and celebrate my wins. Like I can go, and then you might ask me, so Tamika, what did you do for this year? Or, what is this? And I would feel like I didn't do anything. Like I'm so far behind, like I need to, do more. And that's because I don't celebrate my wins, or that's because I didn't celebrate my wins. But because of YouTube and because of the fact that it took me a longer amount of time to get where I am. Now, there are a lot of creators who put up 2 videos and they have, a million subscribers and millions of views. I'm not that creator. If you watch right now, I think I'm at like 2,500 subscribers, and I probably got an average of maybe 200 views, 300 views per video, especially like in the first 6 months or so. And it's taking time. It takes time for me to do that. So I have to really set milestones or goals for myself. And then when I meet them, I celebrate them. I either buy myself something, I either eat something I like to eat, I either go somewhere, I do something to celebrate my wins because I have worked hard at them. And I think when you have a win, you need to say, I'm going to celebrate it too. Because it feels better. It doesn't make you feel like you just always running for something. You can at least stop, celebrate, and then, move on to your next goal. I'm not saying don't set goals, but I'm saying don't just let the goals drive you all the time. Celebrate when you actually meet that goal. Celebrate you meeting that goal. You had to do something. You had to work hard to get at that goal, and you should definitely celebrate it. Now, if you like this video, then you'll definitely love this video, and I'll see you again in my next one.